Big Show, and today is a Q&A weekend episode where we answer your question right here on the air. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. And today's question comes from Nick. Nick asks, do you recommend using crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter to validate my business idea? Thanks for the awesome question, Nick. I'll be answering it in today's episode. If you want to ask a question, just email us at contact@100mba.net, or you can record your question with your voice. Woo, pretty fancy. You can use our Speak It option on our show page. You can check that out at 100mba.net/show. Let's get into Nick's question, so let's get down to business. Before we get into today's question, I gotta give some love to today's sponsor. They help make this show possible. It's 99 Designs. Guys, your brand is the face of your business, so make a great impression with creative, professional designs from 99 Designs. Visit 99designs.com/MBA to get a $99 power pack of services for free. That's 99designs.com/MBA. So Nick is asking if he should use a crowdfunding site like Kickstarter to validate his business idea. For those who don't know, Kickstarter is a crowdfunding site, and what crowdfunding does is that you get funding from the public for an idea in exchange for the actual product or the idea being manifested. So, for example, if I wanted to create a documentary film about a topic that hasn't been explored, like the challenges of an entrepreneur, that's going to cost a lot of money. So I would go to something like Kickstarter, put up my idea, maybe put up a video to sell it, and ask other people to fund my ideas. They can fund with as little as $1 up to as much as they want. They can donate $1,000 or $5,000 if they wanted. And there's little awards or prizes for those who fund your campaign. An award could be a ticket to your movie, or maybe your movie on DVD, or access to it on the web. And prizes can get bigger and bigger depending on how much they donate. The point is that you set a campaign goal. So say, for example, your goal is $50,000. If you raise $50,000 or more, that means your project has been funded and you get to receive those funds, or those funds minus the fees that Kickstarter charges. But if your goal is $50,000 and you don't reach the $50,000, then no one gets charged. None of the people that back this idea gets charged, and you don't get any of the money. So it's really important for you to set a realistic goal. Remember, if you go over, let's say, for example, I raised $100,000, not $50,000, but my goal was $50,000, I get to keep the $100,000. So going over is fine. It's going under that's the tricky thing. Now, Nick is asking, should I use this concept, crowdfunding, to validate my business idea? Because what this does is I get to see, are people willing to buy what I'm about to sell? And you don't need to invest any money into building it until it actually gets funded. So in the documentary idea, I don't really start shooting the documentary, or maybe I shoot a trailer for it, put it up on the Kickstarter campaign, but I don't actually shoot the full film until I get the funding for it. Once I get the funding, I can work on it, and I fulfill my promises when it comes to fulfilling the rewards. Obviously, there's a deadline for that, but you could set that deadline on your campaign. So yes, Nick, I do think it's a good idea to do this. I've seen it done successfully, and one of the recent examples I saw was a conference called Podcast Movement, which is a podcast conference. It's actually the largest national podcast conference. I believe it's the largest. And it started by 4 guys. 2 of them I know, Jared Easley and Dan Franks. So shout out to you guys. And they kickstarted their idea of this conference. And now it's this huge conference, and they're doing it again this year. And they wanted to see if the crowd, if the people out there that love podcasting wanted this conference. They had a goal. They met the goal. They exceeded the goal. And they were able to validate the idea for the conference and say, hey, let's go ahead and make this happen. We'll put a link to Podcast Movement in today's show notes. You could visit it at 100mba.net/MBA133. Now, having said that, I do recommend you can use crowdfunding to validate your business idea, but you still have to do the same things that you would do if you weren't using Kickstarter, meaning you must have a website, a landing page, maybe some blog posts that talk about what you're doing, because most people will check out other things about your business before funding your Kickstarter. So they'll go to the website, they'll see if you're legit. Yes, there's information on the campaign itself, but they want to know a little bit more background before throwing some money down. There is a science to having a successful Kickstarter campaign. There's tons of books about it, so you could check out Amazon for that. So a Kickstarter campaign is not something you would slap together. It's something that you would really take the time to plan and implement properly, because it's the source of the funding. It's how you're going to make money, or how you're going to actually launch your product, is you have to sell the idea to people so they can fund it. So the investment of time and even some money in creating a great campaign is important. Now, doing this on Kickstarter is free. I say money because you may want to invest in a video. Campaigns that have a video are a lot more successful than those that don't. A video tells a story. A video connects with people. So make sure that you have a video on your Kickstarter campaign. And you may want to invest some money in getting this done properly, whether it's buying some lights or renting a camera to get it shot professionally, or hiring a professional to do it for you. You're going to find it's well worth the investment because, again, the video is going to sell the idea and get you funding. But all in all, I do recommend using Kickstarter. It's a great way to validate business ideas. But again, it's just one of many options. You may choose not to use it and just do things on your website, but I've seen people have success with Kickstarter in the past. And remember, there's other sites like Kickstarter. It's not just Kickstarter. Kickstarter is just the most popular one. There's Indiegogo. If you just Google it, there's other ones you can check out. So make sure you check out all the options. All right, Nick, thanks again for your question and listening to the $100 MBA Show. We appreciate you contributing to the show by asking a question. We'd love to hear from you, so ask away. Again, you can email us at contact@100mba.net, or you can use our Speak It option on the show page and record your question at 100mba.net/show. Guys, are you dreaming about the perfect logo or web design, but don't know where to get started? Are you worried about budget? Then 99 Designs can really help you out. 99 Designs is the world's largest graphic design marketplace. It makes it easy to get the design you love. Just go to their website, tell them about the design you need, and pick a price range that works for you. This is what I love about it. You can just choose a price range so you're always in budget. Once you do all that, that's when the fun begins. The designers from all around the globe will submit their awesome designs, and you'll give them feedback. So you get a lot of choices. You get choices from several designers, all trying to create the best version of whatever you're trying to get designed. And within a week, you'll pick your favorite and be the proud owner of a gorgeous new design. You'll have literally thousands of designers at your fingertips. There's no limit to what you can get designed. I've used 99 Designs in the past, and I know others have as well, and it's super, super simple to use. What I love about it is that you get so many different creative designers working on your project. And when you have options, you get to choose the best one. I love that. And projects start at just $199, and your happiness is always 100% guaranteed. Visit 99designs.com/MBA and get a $99 power pack of services for free. That's 99designs.com/MBA. Thanks again, 99 Designs, for sponsoring today's episode. Guys, I want to leave you with this. Whether you use Kickstarter or any other crowdfunding site or sell a product on your website, the bottom line is you got to communicate to the audience what value you offer clearly. You need to communicate this crystal clear. And this is the hardest part of being an entrepreneur, is communication. If you can master communication, if you can communicate via your Kickstarter campaign or your website what value you offer in a way that people can understand and value, they can value the fact that, oh wow, they're giving me something, or they're offering something that I really need or want, or I should really pay attention to. That's when you really become successful, is when your communication is direct and clear to your audience. So make sure whatever you use that you focus on communicating with your audience clearly. Even if this takes time, even if it takes an hour for you to come up with a headline, 3 hours, it doesn't matter. It's worth that time. Because if you can say something that resonates with the audience strongly enough for them to say, hey, I really should pay attention to this. This is something that I really need or really want. Then you're really doing something with meaning. Then you're really connecting with your audience and you have something of value and you're communicating it in a way that does your product justice. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. Take care.